Hey everybody. So about 2 weeks ago, my brother died. Um, for those of you who I know, well, it doesn't matter if you're online or a real life friend. If you're somebody who knows me, and I didn't tell you, I do apologize. The last 2 weeks, I did tell people, but I told like people who are really close and stuff like that. Um, the rest I probably just forgot, or it's been really busy and stressful with work and dealing with everything. So I do apologize, but this is my way of telling everybody. So some of you who know me really well, you'll know my family dynamic. You know that my teenhood was fucked up. Basically, my brother, from the time that he was 16, I was 14, because he's 2 years older. That was when he started like driving, getting into meeting up with really bad people, getting into drugs and alcohol and stuff. And I've told this story before in previous videos, but I'll just summarize here for you guys. Basically, he was extremely troubled. He and I were raised the same because we had the same parents. Um, but to put it lightly, my mom's parenting style is questionable, and that's the latest I can put it. Because of that, he turned out very bad. Not exclusively because of her. Part of it is also because he had a lot of mental issues, and the other part of it is because of the people he met. Both he and I grew up very lonely. We both grew up lonely, not many friends, not many girlfriends, bad social skills, etc. Except that I coped with it way better than he did. Um, and when he did eventually make friends, it was obvious that they were using him for his car and for alcohol and for drugs, but Adam either didn't care or didn't notice. So he would demand money from my mom to get the car, for money for gas, money for drugs, money for alcohol. And whenever my parents in general would say no, that's what would cause arguments. And from the time that I was 14 to about 20 years old when I moved out, those 6, 7 years were nothing but arguments. He completely tore the family apart, ruined himself, me, my parents, the four of us. He destroyed everything. He was a complete monster. But like I said, even thinking back now, I know that it wasn't just him. It was also my parents. It was how desperately he wanted friends and what he was willing to do to get friends. So he was willing to torture us if it meant that he got what he wanted to keep his friends. There's a whole dynamic behind it. It's not just like he's a piece of shit and that's it. There's a big, give and take, 50-50 here. Um, but yeah, so that's how he grew up. He was very angry, very depressed, very lonely. Even when I was a teenager, I thought he was bipolar and schizophrenic, and I still think that today. Um, yeah, just a very, very troubled person with a very troubled life. The reason why I turned out the total opposite of him is because I straight up told myself as a teenager, I'm gonna grow up by doing the exact opposite of every single thing he does, and that's literally what I did. Which is why I'm the opposite of him. I was the opposite of him as a teenager, and I'm the opposite of him right up until today. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little rundown of, who he was and the kind of person he was and how troubled he was. He's been to jail multiple times, probation officers and everything. He's assaulted a cop before. He's beat up my mom multiple times. He's tried to beat me up as well, but he and I fought a lot when we were teenagers. And I was the peacekeeper as well. Like, between my mom and him fighting, I was the peacekeeper, like, kind of like stopping these fights every day. Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, that's actually how I became, like, good at helping people. Like, it's how I became good at giving people advice and problem solving and all that kind of stuff. It's also what pushed me into a job where I can help people. I've always wanted to be I'm not a I never actually became a certified therapist, as you guys know, but I am good at it, and I want to be one, and I might still do it one day. But the reason why I went into nursing is because it was less school, and I just hate school so much. I never went for my dream. I'm 35. I'm still young. I can still go for my dream one day if I really want to. But point is, that's why I never did what I said I was going to do as a teenager. But I did take my therapy skills to the online world. I mean, I've been giving advice on YouTube for 20 years, and I do offer some of the best advice videos that anybody can watch on the internet. Too bad nobody can see them because I've been shadow banned for the last 15 years, but what you gonna fucking do? It's YouTube. Anyway, so the funeral was yesterday, and I did say a few things, and no, I did not film this to broadcast it online. I actually filmed it for myself, but I figured I would share it here. And I also did not film, like, the casket or anything. I'm talking to him, but I'm filming myself the whole time. So, yeah. For anybody wondering why I'm kind of cold towards his death, like I said, the way we grew up, the way that he tortured me and the family, the fact that I haven't even seen or spoken to him since 2012. I mean, the last time I saw him was at my grandpa's funeral in 2012, and I didn't even talk to him there. So you can excuse why I'm kind of cold. And not only has it been a long time, but also the dynamic. So anyway, here's me talking to him at the funeral. Bye. This is dumb. Anyway, I don't know. You are a monster. Last time we saw each other was when No died, but I didn't talk to you, God forbid. I spent 2 weeks trying to figure out if I even cared, and the truth is I never actually even came up with an answer. You treated me like garbage for most of my life, but I guess because of that, I turned out how I am, and you turned out the way you are. I don't blame you entirely, I guess. Because life fucking sucks. But yours didn't suck that much. I don't know what your problem is. You had 5 cats, 3 dogs, a girlfriend, your own fucking house, a bunch of cars, money, and friends. I don't know. But I blame Mom about halfway for what you became. Because I can't put all the blame on you. Half of it's Mom's fault. At least half. Because of the way she raised both of us. But I was just stronger than you. A lot stronger than you. Anyway, I've been told by like 15 people that I should forgive you for some reason. So, I will never forget what you fucking did to me. But I will let it go, I guess. I'll try to forgive you. I don't know if I can forgive you right now, but I'll try to. For what you did. Like I said, I don't really know if I care, but I'll try to forgive you for what you did to me. Strange how you both ended up dating a Vietnamese woman. That's kind of strange. Anyway. And I don't care what anybody says, for the last 30 years, we do not look alike. Anyway, yeah, we don't look alike. I remember every single time somebody called us twins, I hated it. And that was because of what you look like and your personality. Okay, that's it. We don't have to talk. We haven't in 13 years anyway.